it to you, and then then we can talk about it. But again, the name of this book is Tuesday, and it's by David Wiesner. Are you a David? Uh-huh. Guess what I am? I'm a David too, right? All right, you ready? And look at the David Wiesner gave us a little clue what's going to happen in this story right here. Look at what's happening.
Whoa!
The frog he's going up in the air. What do you think's going to happen? Yes? You think he's going to fly away? All right. Well, what's the name of this story? Tuesday. All right. Well, let's find out. But here's the thing about this book. It doesn't have very many words. You know who's going to have to make up the words? You, me. I'm going to have to really look at the pictures, and I'm going to have to think about the story and kind of make it up as I go along. You ready for that? All right. You ready? Here are the few words right here. Tuesday evening, around 8 o'clock at night, the sun started going. Oh, 8 o'clock night. The sun started going down. Look at right here. The moon. All right, the moon started coming up. The old the old turtle that lived in the pond outside of town kept looking around. He looked this way. He looked that way. He said, something doesn't feel right. I think something's going to happen. And as soon as he thought that, the wind started to blow a little bit, the water started to get choppy, and before he knew it, right in front of his eyes,
A tornado?
no,
A frog.
the frogs that were sound asleep on lily pads started to rise into the air. The poor frog, the poor turtle was so stunned he didn't know what to do. He stuck his head back in his shell and he said, what's going on here? Frogs don't fly. That's exactly right. Even, look at down here, even the fish poked their head out of the water to see what was going on. They couldn't believe their eyes either. And they thought to themselves, frogs don't fly. Well, those frogs just had the best time. They went zooming all over the place. They whizzed this way. They did loop-de-loops. They were like, yee-haw, as they flew all over. One frog had a great idea. He said, hey, look at those birds over there. And so as quiet could be, they sailed right up behind those birds, and at the top of their voices yelled,
Boom.
Ribbit! And those birds started to squawk and fly and as they went. Couldn't believe their bird eyes. And they said, what's going on? Frogs don't fly. Look at that. Look at his face. Look at that bird's face. All right. Well, those frogs were having such a great time. They thought, oh, this is fun. And they decided to explore the town. And they saw a bunch of homes, and they went to a neighborhood, and they thought, oh, this will be fun. And they sailed around, and all of a sudden, they saw a window with a light on in it. So they went right over to that. And now, it's 11:21 p.m., and there was Mr. Jones sitting at his kitchen table, eating what kind of a sandwich?
Peanut butter.
A peanut butter and jelly with sardine sandwich.
Wow.
I know. Peanut butter, jelly, and sardines. No, it's his favorite meal. Well, anyways, he was sitting there feeling pretty good about things until all of a sudden he heard something knock at the window. And look at it. I know, it was the frog knocking on the window. Well, poor Mr. Jones started choking on his sardines because he had never seen frogs outside his window like that before. And he said, what's this? What's going on here? Frogs don't fly. Well, he got up and he went to the window, and as soon as he got to the window, he scared those poor frogs away. And look at, they got all tangled up as they sped off. They got all tangled up in the laundry that was hanging on the clothesline. Well, they worked hard to get rid of all those sheets and things like that was on there. And look at, as they took off, one frog said, hey, look at me. I look like Super Frog. That's exactly right. So look at, they started flying around. And and they came to another house, and this time the window was open, and some of the frogs went sailing in through the window. Other frogs went down the chimney, and they started hovering around down in the living room, when all of a sudden they heard something, and they're like this, shh, listen. And then they could tell something was coming from the other room. So the frogs on their lily pads took off and went to the other room. They pushed the door open. It kind of creaked, eek, as they opened the door. And there, sound asleep in her chair, was Grandma. And she was sleeping in her favorite chair in front of the TV. And the frogs were just flying around her, exploring around the room, checking out Grandma, when one of the frogs, the same one that decided to scare the birds, went like this, I've got an idea now too. And they picked up the remote control to the TV, and with a long sticky tongue, the frog changed the channel on the remote control on the television and put on the wrestling channel. I know, he said this will be so funny, she'll never know how this TV got on the wrestling channel. The only one who knew was, if you can see, was right here, was the kitty. The cat, as soon as those frogs came in, he went and hid in the closet, because he had never seen what? He was so nervous. Flying frogs. Well, anyways, those frogs were just having the best time.
1:30 a.m.
No, it's not 1, it's 4:38 in the morning, a.m. It's still really dark out, and the frogs are having a great time. And until one of them, who went off by himself, he didn't stay with the rest of them, ran smack dab into a stop short, just like that. And all of a sudden the dog's like this, and started chasing that poor frog as fast as he could, and he was just about to take a bite out of that frog when all of a sudden you heard, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Do you know what that is? It's a horn, and they're sounding the charge, because all of his friends knew he was in trouble, so all the frogs came to the rescue of that poor frog. And just before, super frog, and just before that dog took a bite of the frog, all his friends came and started chasing that poor dog. Ruff, 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 ruff. He ran all the way home. So anyways, they saved him. So anyways, just after that awful experience, something started to happen. It started to get lighter. The sun was coming up, and something not good was happening.
They don't like sun.
Well, and it's not Tuesday night anymore. What day is it? It's Wednesday morning. That's exactly right. And the night of magic is over. And wherever the frogs were, some were in town, some were miles from the pond, they started falling down wherever they were. Some frogs landed on the housetops. Some landed in trees. They were landing all over the place. They didn't have magic anymore. Some of them were so far back they had to hop miles and miles back to the pond. And as they were so hot and tired, when they got back, they jumped into the cool waters of the pond and went, ah. But except for some of them, they weren't happy. Like this guy, he's looking, how does he look? Yeah, he's pretty grumpy. Only on Tuesday night. He was pretty grumpy having to be back in the pond. Well, anyways, back in town, people started waking up, and they started smelling something all over the town. They were like this, what do you think they were smelling? Lily pads were everywhere. They were baking in the sun. How's a lily pad smell when it's baking in the sun?
Gross.
It is gross. It smells so bad. They woke up and they looked up. They said, how did these lily pads get all over the place? The people didn't know. Except for, do you know who this is?
The guy that ate the sandwich.
Yes, that's Mr. Jones. He was eating the peanut butter. What kind of sandwich was he eating?
Peanut
Peanut butter, jelly, and sardines, remember? And he was telling the police, he was telling the news people all about what he saw. Did anybody believe him? No. You know who believed him? This guy right here. The dog. And can you see this person, this thing right here? The cat. They believed him, but were they talking? No, they weren't.
How do you know they believe?
Because they were there, remember? They saw it.
Cats don't talk.
I know, cats and dogs don't talk. Well, anyways.
And frogs.
Now, do you know how long it took them to clean up those rotting lily pads.
3 days.
A week, almost a week. Now, it's Tuesday night again. And where do you think we are? In town?
I think the frogs are going to fly again.
You think so? So are we back at the pond a week later?
Yeah.
No. We're here. We're on the other side of town. Where are we? At the farm. And now we're at the farm, the other side of town. And there's Mr. Green Jeans. And he's a farmer there. And he's walking around his farm. And the sun's going down. Because it's Tuesday night. And the moon's, what? The moon's coming up. And all of a sudden, Mr. Green Jeans says, something doesn't feel right. I think something's going to happen. And as soon as he said that, the wind started to blow. And the hay that was all around the farm started blowing up. And all of a sudden he saw something. He saw something out of the corner of his eye. And he said, hey, what was that? And then he went around the barn. And he couldn't believe his eyes. Frogs? We're at a farm. Is it frogs? What was it? What was it? What did he see? He saw flying pigs. Can you imagine the mess that would be? Oh. All right. Don't you love this book? It's my favorite. It is funny. And did you like the fact that it didn't have very many words? Who had to make it up? Yep. I was kind of looking at the pictures, and I look at this guy, and I could see, doesn't he look kind of grumpy? That's what I'm looking at when I tell my story. I say, oh, and he was so grumpy, he said to himself, I don't like the pond. Okay. So, can I write? I want to write. You know, did you ever write like a book review?
Yeah.
Did you ever see book review? People like to write about books they like.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to write a book review about this one. Can I write a book review?
Yeah.
I love it. Can I come up here? Is this all set to go?
Yeah.
All right. Is this where your teacher gets to write?
Yeah.
All right. So, I want to tell other people about this book. And I could probably put it up in the library, couldn't I, next to a picture of the book? What is this thing right here?
My draft book.
Yes, is this something that you have? Do you have to use one of these? Is this your teacher's? Can I use hers, do you think?
Yeah.
All right, so let me think about this now. I gotta think about what I want to do. Oh, I don't know, do you have to, let me think about this. I have to think, who's my audience for this? I wonder who would, okay, you are, but if I put this in the library, who's gonna be the audience? Who can I say is the audience?
The librarian?
Well, it could be the librarian, but who's gonna go into the library?
People.
Yes, way over there. Who's gonna go into the library, the red?
Brady.
Braden. So who's gonna see my book review, or who's gonna see this? Who could this be for?
Everyone.
Yeah, like who? Could it be for first and second graders? Do you think they would like this?
Third graders.
Say it again. You think even fifth graders?
Yeah.
So could I put this? Look up here. You ready? Could I put this?
All
Children.
Could that be the audience? All children?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Look at this word. Ready? Look at this word right here.
All. Small.
They do have rhymes. What are they all? What's all the same in them?
All.
Okay. All children. And who can tell me the date today? I have to make sure I write the date today. Who can tell me the date today? What's the date today? Yes, sir. What's the date today? Is it Tuesday? The book was Tuesday. It is Friday. What is the date though? I wrote, yep, I abbreviated February 7th. What year is it?
2014.
All right, 2014. Okay, so what's the first thing I have to think about when I do my writing? Oh, I love this. I'm not going to do a beginning, middle, and end.
You're going to be doing it at the beginning,
No, I'm not, because you know why I'm not doing a beginning, middle, and end? Because I'm not writing a story. Remember, what am I writing about? What am I writing? I'm not going to write a story. A story has characters in there, right? I'm not going to put a character, doesn't have a setting. What am I going to be writing about? What am I writing? Friends?
About the book.
I am. I'm writing about the book. That's exactly right. I'm not writing, and this is what I put. See if you can.
Like.
Well, wait a minute. I'm going to write a word up here. It's not a BME.
I enjoy the book.
How about this?
I like the
Intro.
Introduction.
Yeah. I'm not going to have a beginning. I'm going to have an introduction.
What's that?
It's like a beginning, but it's not a story, so I can't have a beginning. I'm going to have an introduction. It's like a beginning for my book review, my opinion. Then watch this. You know what the middle part is? Then there's the body. And what's this part going to be? What's this part going to be? Yes, sir, way over there in the yellow. What's going to be here?
The back.
What is it?
The back.
The back? Could, it could be the back. If you were writing a story, what would this be?
The end of the
It would be the end, but it's not a story, so I can't put the end. Let me show you what I'm going to put.
Conclusion.
It's the conclusion. So look I don't have a beginning, middle, and end. I have an introduction, body, a conclusion. You ready for me to write my opinion of my book, of my favorite book?
Yeah.
All right. The first thing I have to do is I have to write the title. What's the name of this book?
Tuesday.
Can I copy it?
Yes.
Yes, I can. So let me write Tuesday right here. I'm going to put the name of the book. And then the other thing I have to do so people will know, what do you think? Look up here. What else do I need to include besides the title? Yes. Oh, I could put the medal in there, yeah, but I'm not gonna. I could put that in the body, but what else is important, do you think, besides the title or the name of the book? Sabrina. Look at that. What else should I put? Yeah, exactly. And do you know who the author is? David Wiesner. So I'm going to put him in there too. So I have Tuesday, I have David Wiesner, and let me think. Oh, I got to put my opinion. You know how I feel about this book? How do I feel about this book? How do I feel about it? Yeah, how do I feel about this book?
happy.
I'm very happy. I love this book, and I think I'm going to do this.
Heart.
Could I just do that?
Heart.
Well, I put this, and you know what? I get to do this in the middle too. Do you know how to spell love?
L-V.
I love this book, and I think, and I think you will too. That's what I could say. I could say, and you will too. Is that a good introduction, do you think? Okay, but now I can't just leave it. I gotta tell why I love this book. Do you know why I love this book?
Why?
Because of this. See if you can tell what this is.
It's a car.
What is that?
A frog. On a leaf pad.
Oh, watch this. Listen. I want to write this right next, so I have to label it. Ready? Flying. What's it start with? No. Oh, it starts with a blend, right? What's the blend? FL. Watch this. I'm going to say what this book's about. It's about flying frog, ING. How about frogs? What's that start with? No. Frogs, what's it start with? Listen, frogs. All right, so my reason I love this book, and I think you will love this book too, is because it's got flying frogs, watch this, who get in,
Houses.
I want to go like this, I'm thinking this, who get in trouble.
Oh.
Well, yeah, they got in trouble, remember? What does trouble start with? What is that? T-R. All right, so the thing I like about this is it's about flying frogs who get in trouble. Yeah, I think that's what made the book really funny, isn't it? Is when they got in trouble. Oh, so that's one reason I like it, right, is they get in trouble. But do you know why I really like this book a lot? Why do you think I really like this book besides about frogs that are getting in trouble? What do you think? Yeah, why do I like this book? Oh, I could put that. I could put it has a surprise ending. Because if I tell, am I going to tell people that at the ending?
No.
What would happen if I told them the ending? Would they want to read it though if I told them the end?
No.
No, I want it to be a surprise, so I'm going to try not to tell them the end. What else could I tell them? What else do I like about this book? Remember I told you at the beginning of that, I told you at the beginning, do you know why I really like this book? How about this? Let me see if I can draw this picture.
Like.
Here's my other reason. Uh-huh. And you know why I like it?
Because you like books.
No.
No words.
Uh-huh. I think this is a great book because there are no or very few,
There's only 2 words.
yeah, very few words. So that's the other reason I love this book. And here's this, watch this.
You.
And what kind of a look should I have on my face?
Happy.
But look at this. And this is the other reason I like this book.
You think of it.
Uh-huh. I have to think or I have to tell the story, don't I?
Tell the story.
Because there are no words. So what could I put in my thinking bubble? What could I put in there? There's no words. What could I put in there to show that I like to make up the story? What do you think? Yeah, what can I put in my thinking bubble?
You like it?
Yeah, it is, but there's no words, so what do I have to be thinking about? When I'm looking at that, when I'm looking at the book, what do I have to be thinking about? I am thinking I love it. What else? What do I have to be doing when there aren't any words? What do I have to do? I get to make up my own words, and that's what I do. So what could I write my thinking bubble? Gabriel, what could I write in my thinking bubble?
Maybe you can write.
What do you think, Gabriel? How about this? I could put this.
Words.
I could put, right, because that's what I have to be thinking about are the words, right? So look I have my introduction, which is to the name of the book and the author and how much I love it and that you will too. And here are my reasons because I like who get in
Trouble.
I like it because
No
I forgot the S on words and who has to make up the words.
You.
Love it. And then let me think about what I want to say at the conclusion. What could I say at the end of this? What could I say at the end of this? Yes, sir. Yes.
You could write to the super fun
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I could say, and there's a super good ending at the end of it. Yep. What else could I say? Because I have to make sure people know I'm done, right? Gabriel, what do you think?
Maybe you can write the words flying fish because remember at the end of the story there were flying fish.
Yeah. Yeah, I could. But I want to be careful because I don't want to tell them the end. Did you ever see this sign right here? I could put this.
Stop. An arrow. There's a surprise.
Oh, I have.
What does that mean? What is that? What is that? What does that mean when you see it? Yes, sir. Yeah, what does that mean? What does it mean? It does. It means like a circle? To do things over and over again? Because guess what I like to do over and over again with this book? What do I like to do? I do. So what word could I write in the middle of my arrows? Yes, sir. What word could I write there? Give me one word to put in the middle of my circle. What one word could I put there? How about this? I'll give you a hint. What letter? Could I just do this? Because what does this mean when I write this? What's this mean? What does this mean? Yes, what does it mean? I'm going to read it over and over again. Are you ready for me to write Are you ready for me to write? I'm going to write it. Watch this. How about this? Ready? I'm looking at my plan. Oh. What word's coming up next? Oh, by David. Oh, I gotta make sure I spell his name correctly. Oh. Oh. Look what I did. I made a mistake, so I better cross it off and go down here.
It might.
David, Tuesday by David Wiesner.
David. I thought it was
Oh, you know what? I'm looking at my plan. What should I say in my plan? I think I made a mistake. Oh, let me do this. I'm going to come up here. Watch this. I better put a caret right here so you'll know. I love the book. Now I'm going to come down here. Watch this. I love the book. Tuesday. Wiesner. And look what I'm going to do. That's my first sentence. So what did I do? Uh-huh. How about this?
You have to have a capital.
What word's coming up next? I love the book Tuesday by David Wiesner. What word could be?
Think.
Oh, you think it could be think? I think.
Made up the word. You did it. Love it.
All right, watch this. Watch this. Cha-ching. Why did I put a check mark there? Why did I put a check mark there? Yes, my dear? Yes.
Because you're done with the
Yep. Yep. How about this? What's that mean?
double
I'm double done. Right. What's this mean? Did I put that? Triple done. Did I put that in my story? And did I put this in? Did I put you in my story? In my piece? Look at, am I done with my introduction? All right. I love the book Tuesday by David Wiesner. I think you will love it too. Right? Now, look at where I am now. Are you looking up there? Look at what I did. This what? Can it be the word is? No. This? look at my plan up here. Let's look at this. I want you to predict what I'm gonna say. Can I check that off?
Yeah.
All right.
In trouble.
All right. This story is about flying frogs.
When?
Oh, when? Could be when, but look at. All right. All right. Can I check this off? What's missing down here?
Period.
A period. All right. I think I'm ready to move on, but let me read it one more time. I love the book Tuesday by David Wiesner. I think you will love it too, right? This story is about flying frogs who get in trouble. Check and check, right?
Yes.
All right, now look where I am.
When you
All right, listen. If it's going to be the word part, what's going to be the ending letter? Part. What's going to be the ending letter? Yes. You think so? All right. See if it's the word part. Look at I made a mistake.
He made 2 mistakes. Tuesday.
All right, but look at what am I going to say? The best part is that Tuesday doesn't. How do I spell have? If you were stuck on have, is there a place that you would go to look? Where would you go to look? Is the word have back there? Under what letter? All right, so how do I spell it? Someone? All right. The best part is that Tuesday doesn't have. All right, watch this. Check, right?
Yeah.
How about this one?
Well,
Did I say that? The reader gets to tell the
story.
Is that kind of like this one?
Yeah.
Can I check it off?
Yeah.
I think so. And now look where I am. It is going to be tricky. What's this? What is this? What part is this? The conclusion, which is like the ending. Ready? Who remembers what am I going to say? What am I going to say at the end? Go ahead, tell me. Ready?
I like reading.
I read
I think I'll do this.
You will like do it too. You're done.
I am done. So what do I have to do?
Check it off.
Do I have it all?
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Let me see. I want somebody. Can somebody go up and read this for me? Let me see. You. Nope. Right behind you. Someone's hiding back there. What's his name? What is it? Baxton. Come up here, sir. Come and see me. Come over here. okay, he's fine.
Has he not been feeling well today?
No.
I would.
I think he's
All right, how about the one in the red? What's your name?
Brady.
Come up here, sir.
Oh.
You all right? Come up and see me. How are you, sir? What's your name? Brady. What'd you think of my book review? What'd you think of that? Did you like my book Tuesday? My favorite book Tuesday? Yeah. What do you think about do you think this will get kids to read my book if we put something like this in the library? Yeah, I think so too. So, here, can you read? Do you have a reading finger? Do you need a reading finger when you read? Okay. Can you read? Now, see if the kids can follow along with you. So this is for Brady. Brady's going to read the book. He's going to use his finger and read, okay? So can you do that? I'll help you if you get stuck. Ready? Go ahead. Read my book review, my opinion.
I love the book Tuesday by David.
Oh, I want him to try. Oh, but I want you to try that one. What could it be? David?
What?
I like that you tried that. Look at Wiesner. Uh-huh.
I think you will like it too. This story is about blind frogs who get in trouble. The best part is that Tuesday doesn't have any words. The reader gets to tell the story. I read this book over and over. You will too.
What do you think about my conclusion?
Very good.
Was it okay? Do you think I was right? Do you think that that somebody will want to read this book over and over again? Do you think you would want to read it over and over again? All right. Listen, before you go though, I want you to do some things. I want you to do something for me. Can you find the word book for me? Can you find me the word book in here? Yep, there's the word book. But here's the thing. I want you to take my pencil. I want you to practice right down here for me. You see the word book? Do you see this part of book right here? Uh-huh. Now I want you to come down here and I want you to write the word shook. All right? Remember, it's just like book. I want you to write shook.
What?
Uh-huh. And what do you notice, Brady, about book and shook? They do. And what part's the same? Why do those words rhyme? They have the look. Can you do another one for me? Can you write the word brook for me? Write the word brook. And I want you to be neat, but I want you to write it kind of quickly. But I want you to try to be neat and quick. And I want you to underline the book part for me, will you? All right. So say those words for me.
Book, shook, brook.
Can you think of any other book words that you could come up with? Like what?
Also look.
All right, can you think of another one? How about this one? All right, good job. All right, good job. All right, I think you're done. You guys is that for a good time. So before I leave, anybody here have a favorite book? What's a favorite book? What's the favorite book that you have? What is it? Oh, Green Eggs and Ham. So, what's your opinion? What's your opinion of Green Eggs and Ham? Okay, you like it because it's a funny book. Who else has another favorite book? Brady, you were up here, so you tell me what's your favorite book that you have?
Feed the cat.
Okay, and why is it? What's your opinion about that book? What's your feeling about it?
That's funny.
It is funny. Why is it funny? Can you think of one thing why it's funny? You can't think of one thing in the book that makes it funny? No? Who else has another favorite book? What's your favorite book?
My favorite book is Good News and Bad News.
Good News and Bad News?
Because it's funny.
That's your opinion, it's funny, but why is it funny? You gotta have some reasons. I had some reasons why I like my book. Why is your book funny? Because that's your opinion, that's your feeling.
Because the funny say it's good news when it's bad news.
Oh,
And the mice says it's good news, bad news when it's good news.
it sounds like a book of opposites. Is it?
Yeah.
All right, so that's your reason why it's funny, because it's a, it's opposite? Okay. Who else has a favorite book? And you gotta tell me what's your opinion and the reason for it. Yes? Yes. All right, what's your opinion of that book? How do you feel about it? It's funny. Why is it funny? Can you tell me a reason why you think it's funny? Do you remember something that happens in it? What? What's one thing that you think is kind of funny?
It says the word over and over.
All right, so you like it because it says the words over and over again. Last one, yes, sir.
Me?
Yes.
I like good news and bad news.
Oh, the same thing, and I bet your reason's different. Well, first of all, what's your opinion of that book?
It's really funny
It's really funny, and what's your reason for liking it, for being funny?
because the maximum funny get
They get what?
They get electrocuted.
Okay.
It's a pretty much wordless book too.
Okay. Oh, it's a word. All right, guys, you did a good job. I'm gonna have to leave, but thank you for